This is why you don't clean these things in a fire. This is what happens. Look at that. Always amused at the way some people decorate their booths. Welcome to the wonderful world of property ownership. Got my little John Deere 125 here, which I love. This thing I put so many hours on. I'm using it way outside the parameters of what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm mowing tens of acres, and got my drink, which is actually may or may not be alcoholic. Hopefully I cannot get pulled over for DUI out here in the middle of nowhere, but I'm going to go mow. All right, got my JD all fired up. Got some pork loin over there smoking. Got some bread in the bread machine being made up. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of chores around here. Well, I've been doing chores for hours. The problem when you own property, you got to do all that kind of stuff. So here I am, mowing stuff. Blueberries I planted. That's a pear tree there that I planted. We didn't get a ton of pears this year. Oh, you know what? I'm acting like I'm mowing, but I haven't engaged the blade. That would help. So that's an old pear tree. I planted that. We keep having these early freezes, and I keep not being able to get pears, fortunately. So this is kind of my Zen-like experience. Right now I'm kind of just going over stuff. It's basically a constant battle of me against nature. Nature is definitely winning. I love the whole concept of time working for you. You know, so you plant some stuff and then you just wait, and time kind of makes things grow. But sometimes you don't always know where to plant, and that's important. And I've had to learn, because where I live is at the base of a mountain, so the soil changes every 5 feet or so, because the strata is almost like vertical. So I'm learning what to plant, what works and what doesn't. See that tree right there? That's a dawn redwood. That's the same kind of tree that they have in California that are so big that the cars drive through. I got one of those and I planted it, and it did really, really well. I lost a lot of trees that I've planted over the years. This is a chestnut tree, an American chestnut. I planted that tree. It's probably 12, 13, 14 years old. Some stuff is done very, very well. Some stuff is not done well. I tried to plant a bunch of cherry trees and plum trees and peach trees, and it just didn't work up here because I'm still so far south that we don't get hard enough freezes to kill certain kind of pests that will destroy the trees by boring into them, these beetles. And this is something that people are going to have to deal with climate change. The warmer it gets, you're going to start seeing crops that just no longer will survive in the area they used to, because the pests aren't killed off in the winter, so they get stronger and they multiply. And I'm seeing that here with this property. There's things that I would love to plant that I just can't plant, you know, without dousing everything with really, really nasty pesticides. Here's something I planted a couple of years ago. This is Mosa bamboo. It's the largest timber type of bamboo. But this section of the country is not necessarily great for bamboo, so it hasn't grown as rapidly as it would normally, but it's still taken over this area. And I'm probably going to regret this, because bamboo could be very invasive, but it's pretty cool to have like a forest of it. This stuff will get like huge, like 5 inches in diameter, which is what I want to see. But again, the way the weather is so unpredictable with the freezes, that messes with this, and it doesn't allow it to grow as well, even though, you know, it's weird, man. Everything is changing. Everything that you want to try to grow, you know, maybe things that grew in Hawaii can now grow in Florida, you know, it's or even Alabama. You just don't know yet, because the climate is all over the place. There's a breadstick pan. Almost looks like a Griswold given the things, but look at how warped it is. Look at that. Wow. This is why you don't clean these things in a fire. This is what happens. Look at that. Don't put your cast iron inside of a fire thinking you're going to clean it and remove the seasoning. This is what happens to it. Did the guy do the same thing to these? You can see it's all just burned. Ugh. That guy's seen better days. Nice big cauldron though. Interesting way to reinforce the frame with license plates. A favorite, number 3 for 40 bucks. Yeah, these are all nicely restored. Is there anything special? A Wagner, was that a number 6? $25, not bad. Probably doesn't sit flat. Nice little hand scribe number 3 Lodge. Really pretty. Let's see. What's the price on that? $15. It's not bad. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Oh, somebody ground down the heat ring on this Red Mountain. Look at that. That's what they did. Took a grinder to it. I wonder what they're trying to sell it for. $20. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of cool to have a BSR without a heat ring for like a, you know, that's probably not a bad deal. I might even have bought it if it wasn't seasoned. I don't trust a lot of these people that they're not using stainless steel in their e-tanks. And I don't want hexavalent chromium all over everything. Ooh, this is interesting. Look at that. Obverse number 8. Heat rings could be an early Lodge, but I don't recognize the handle. Let's see what the price is on that. $25. It's a good price. Some pitting on the inside, but let's see what else we got here. Number 8 3-notch Lodge. 30 Wagner. Asian 3-notch Lodge, unmarked Wagner. Another unusual one. What is this? Very pretty. It looks like a Lodge. But what's up with the heat ring? Somebody grind that one down too? Must have. Look, they ground that one down. Is this guy doing that to these, or? Another weird configuration. Looks like a Lodge, but no heat ring. This could be a Wagner. Another weird one. Number 8. Interesting heat ring. I've not seen anything like that. It's like kind of an outer heat ring, but it's a little bit flared. Looks relatively old. That's a configuration I've never seen. Just another Southern Mystery skillet. An old, a single notch Lodge. What's the price on this? $35.
That's a good price. Here's our number 7 Red Mountain. I like a Wagner here. Yeah. It's a big one. Wonder what they're asking for this. It's a little bit bigger than the one I picked up. $50. A Launch. And this looks like a, could be a Corn Pan Erie. A Griswold. That's nicely seasoned. A few interesting pieces. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying the video series and supporting me thus far by subscribing and clicking like and all of that. And if you want to catch me on TikTok, sometimes I have previews of what I'm working on that I haven't published lately. That's at TikTok/@WisdomStudio. And if you're on Facebook, look up the group Vintage Cast Iron Hunting, Restoration, Identification, and Sales. And until next time.